Hi, everyone. My name is Kate Muckenthaler. I am the platform strategist here at Trend Micro, and I am going to walk you through how to use the credit calculator. Credits are a very important part of Vision One for us and our customers. It is the currency by which they deploy their products. I say currency for a couple of reasons. One is looking from an MSRP value. One credit equals about $1. So when we're going through this credit calculator, if you need estimation of cost, of renewal, of changes in deployment, you can kind of get an idea of a monetary value. Now, of course, with MSRP, you never pay that amount, but it's an estimation. So that's one reason why I say currency. The other reason I say currency is customers utilize credits to deploy their products. And I say utilize and not spend because credits do not inherently burn. They are transitional. So let's say you purchase 500,000 credits and all of that is intended to be deployed on endpoints and servers. Well, through some changes, we don't have on-prem servers anymore. We're utilizing AWS S3 buckets, or maybe we have completely migrated to SaaS through private cloud, whatever the situation is, and we need to redeploy that protection in another way. Guess what? You don't lose credits once they're deployed. You can repurpose credits once they're deployed. And that's really the value of credits in the Vision One console. It preserves our customers' investments. But for us, we need to make sure that our customers are getting the right things. And from a licensing perspective, we need to make sure that we are selling the appropriate number of credits. We don't want anyone over deployed or under deployed. So the credit calculator is the tool that allows you to understand and measure how many credits are going to be needed for your customers when they purchase Vision One. This credit calculator is available in your partner portal. It is accessible to you. If you cannot find it, if you need help, you can go to your channel account manager. If you don't know who that is, you can email perfectpartner@trendmicro.com. That team is more than happy to help. Just let them know. But you want to make sure you have access to this because it is a fantastic tool. So looking at the calculator itself, I'm going to point out a couple of areas and then go through an example with you. On the right-hand side here, these little 7 numbered line items, this is an explanation of the credit calculator and credits. It's a good reference point that kind of just sets out the FAQs for you as a partner as well, to just kind of help you understand what we're doing in the credit calculator, what we're doing on the back end, and a couple of things that we hear pretty regularly and want to provide additional explanation around. So I encourage you to read this the first time you open up the calculator to get some clarity. On the left-hand side, we have a breakdown of the credit cost per product. And there's some volume pricing here. There's different categories for XDR. Every variable of the Vision One console is designated by a certain credit amount per unit, just like standard licensing: number of endpoints, number of email accounts, number of gigs of network traffic, number of hardware appliances, things like that. Standard operating procedure here. So what this is telling you is the feature of Vision One the customer is looking to buy, let's say Cyber Risk Exposure Management Essentials. That is 50 credits per unit. And we assess units based on assessed device, so desktops and servers here. So if a customer would like to buy CREM Essentials, then it's 50 credits per device, and you just calculate the number of devices. Now, this goes on for, like I said, every variable within Vision One, every feature within Vision One, but you do not have to do the math yourself. We call it a calculator for a reason. As you scroll down, this is an editable spreadsheet for you to use as that calculator. So I gave that example, 50 devices of CREM Essentials, that equals 2,500 credits. If you're doing just one product, you can stop here. That's your amount. If you scroll down, that's your total. That's usually not how we sell Vision One. There's a couple of components that customers tend to buy. So let's fill this out. Let's say they want 50 endpoints of CRM essentials. Let's say they want XDR for endpoints as well. And for that, we're also going to do 50. They need some protection on those endpoint security pieces. So let's do 50 of the Pro license. We're doing a whole overhaul on endpoint security here. Let's see, they're also concerned about data security on those endpoints. So let's do 50 there. The total number of credits my customer needs is 20,000. That's it. So when we request our quotes or when we do our deal registrations, we're going to say, hey, I need a quote for this customer for 20,000 credits. And if you need a breakdown of what that is, what I do sometimes is I just copy and paste the whole thing, but you can just kind of add in these line items as well. If anyone needs an explanation, that's not required from us at Trend, but for your records or for your emails or whatever it is that you need, you can always copy and paste this as needed so that people understand during this process what is contributing to that 20,000 credits. That's just an example. Again, this is completely editable. It's a calculator. It's just a spreadsheet. We all know how to do that. And you can use it as many times as you want. You can revert back to zero and continue doing your calculations. So I use an endpoint example. That's the most basic one. Not everything is licensed by device. So some of these are licensed per user. Some of these are licensed per submission. If it's the sandbox analysis, it really depends on the feature of Vision 1 that you're licensing. But again, your reference guide is all right here. All right here. If you have a product that is not on the credit calculator, let's talk about Tipping Point, for example, a hardware-based product. That is still quoted through traditional licenses. There is no change to those products. So if you don't see something on the credit calculator, that doesn't mean it's not available. That doesn't mean we've stopped selling it, it's in a sale or anything like that. It just means it's not a credit-based license. So the credit calculator is available in our price list. This is a standalone copy of the credit calculator. I encourage you to refer to the price list for anything that you don't see on the credit calculator. Because again, not like hardware, for example, is not a credit-based product. I can't credit-base something that's a physical device. You know what I mean? So that is what I want to make sure you understand. Just because it's not here doesn't mean we are not selling it. Just refer to the price list instead. So come in here. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't utilized this, just practice. You can't break it. If you break it, just don't save it, close it, reopen it. It's not a big deal. Get another copy from us. It's not an issue. But just come in here and kind of start to play around with the manipulation of these variables, kind of, take a renewal opportunity and convert it to credits and be like, oh yeah, I see, like if it's, 100,000 credits, they're actually paying closer to the renewal cost of $65,000 or so to speak. It's a fantastic tool. Credits do not have to be complicated. I just want to encourage you to get in here and become familiar. Everything will start to make sense once you start playing with it and manipulating it. If you have any questions, again, please utilize that perfectpartner@trendmicro.com email address. They will get you the help that they need. A lot of times that means having a conversation with me. I am perfectly fine with that. Whatever help you can ask for, we are happy to provide. Let me know. All right, everyone, I hope that's a good explanation. Come to us with questions or feedback, and we'll see you in the next video.